This is me in second grade. Math for me starting at this age and going forward was my favorite subject. I understood it, and because of that it was the only subject that I actually liked. Year after year I would write in these little memory books that my mom got for me, and anytime it asked me what my favorite subject was, I would always put math. In order to show competency in adding and subtracting during second grade, we had to take these timed math tests, and this is what one of them would usually look like. The only way that we learned how to do math when I was in second grade was adding and subtracting right to left, which you would add the right side to get the answer at the bottom, and then you would add the left side to get the next answer. And they're basically the exact same thing for subtracting. You would borrow the 1 from the 3, make it a 2, and then subtract 14 from 5 to get 9, and then subtract the left side by subtracting 2 from 1 to get 1. This is my niece. She was in second grade about a year ago, and I was helping her with her homework one day when she had a math worksheet that asked her to do adding and subtracting in a couple of different ways. When I was helping her, I had issues with this because I only knew how to do it from right to left. I didn't know of any other way to add or subtract. One of the ways that she was partial sums, so taking the entire equation, breaking it up into 2 equations that are smaller and easier to add, and then adding the sum of those 2 equations to get the actual answer. At this point in helping her with her homework, I didn't understand how many ways you can do adding and subtracting. It was the first time since I was probably in kindergarten or first grade that I had trouble doing math, and I was a 21-year-old working on second grade math, and I couldn't understand it. It wasn't until I took Math 10A this semester when I noticed in the first week of instruction that it's actually really beneficial for some students to learn math problems like adding and subtracting multiple ways so that they can find out which way is the easiest for them. For this class, we have to write tips of the day every single day, and during the first week, the very first tip that we had to write down is, it is way more impressive to do exercises multiple ways than to do them quickly. And I realized at this point that the new Common Core standards have you adding and subtracting multiple ways to show competency and to allow the students that don't necessarily understand the right to left a opportunity to learn different ways and use whichever way is the best for them.